the accounting methods for trading business, and also explain the operating cycle, subsidiary ledger, and the most important is the difference between periodic and perpetual inventory system for merchandising concerns. And if you want to understand complete lecture, you must watch this lecture till end. Where in merchandising companies like what is merchandising and what is the activities of merchandising companies or business. In merchandising companies earn most of their revenue by selling goods. Goods that are produced for the purpose of resale to customers are called inventory. The success of most merchandising companies depends on their ability to acquire, distribute, and sell inventory quickly. Inventory is a relatively liquid asset that is sold within a few days or week. For the reason, inventory appears near the top of the balance sheet immediately below the accounts receivable. In accounting for merchandising activities, we discuss about merchandising operation, regarding purchase of merchandise, regarding sales of merchandise, completing the accounting cycle, and form of financial statements, which are discussed in this lesson. Here we discuss about that what is merchandising. Merchandising is any practice which contributes to the sale of products to a retailer consumer. At a retail in-store level, merchandising refers to displaying products that are for sale in a creative way that entices customers to purchase more items or products. If we discuss about the operating cycle of merchandising company, like the series of transactions through which a business generates its revenue and its cash receipts from customers, is called the operating cycle, where the operating cycle of merchandising company consists of the basic transaction, which includes purchase of merchandise, sale of merchandise, and collection of the account receivable from the customer. While most merchandising companies purchase their inventories from other business organizations in a ready-to-sell condition, while companies that manufacture their inventories, which are called manufacturers rather than merchandisers, and the operating cycle of the manufacturing company is longer or more complex than that of the merchandising company, because the first transaction or the purchasing merchandise is replaced by the many activities involved in manufacturing or merchandise, while merchandising for retailer or wholesaler, where merchandising companies include both retailers and wholesalers. Like a retailer is a business that sells merchandise directly to the public, and the retailer, it may be large or small, they vary in size, but department store chains such as Walmarts or other businesses such as gas stations or convenience stores, business engage the retail sales than in any other business activity. Here we discuss that the cash is the main primary source of merchandising, while after cash we discuss about the purchase of merchandise, inventory, where purchase of merchandise on account, then accounts receivable, and the last one step is collection the receivable and then return back to cash cycle. Wholesalers buy large quantities of merchandise from several different manufacturers and then sell this merchandise to many different retailers. As a wholesaler, do not they do not sell directly to the public. Even the largest wholesalers are not well known to the most consumers. And merchandising operation, here we see that the buy and sales of goods like wholesalers, retailers, and consumers. And the primary source of the revenue is referred to as sale revenue or sale, where the selling merchandise introduce a new and major cost of doing business and the cost to the merchandising company of goods that it resells to the customer, and the cost termed the cost of goods sold. In essence, the cost of goods sold is an expense. However, the item is of such importance to the merchandising company that it is shown separately from the expenses in the income statement. And the revenue from the sale represents the sale price of merchandise sold to the customers during the period. And cost of goods sold, on the other hand, represents the cost incurred by the merchandising company for purchasing these goods from the company's suppliers. As you know that merchandising operations where we use income measurement, where the main things which are discussed in condensed income statement like sale revenue less cost of goods sold, which equal to gross profit. And when we deduct operating expenses from the gross profit, it equals to net income or net loss, where the cost of goods sold is the total cost of merchandise sold during the period. And in merchandising operation, we discuss about the receive cash, perform services, and then accounts receivable in a service company. While in a merchandising company, cash, we buy a inventory, then merchandise inventory, sell inventory, accounts receivables, and receives cash from the consumer. While in operating cycle, the operating cycle of a merchandising company ordinarily is longer than that of a service company. And in merchandising operation, like flow of charts, flow of cost like cost of goods sold available for sale, in which beginning inventory, cost of goods purchased, cost of goods sold, and ending inventory are discussed in the cost of goods available for sale in a flow of charts in merchandising operation. While the companies use either a perpetual inventory system and periodic inventory system for account inventory. And if we discuss about the perpetual inventory system, a perpetual inventory system uses an inventory subsidiary ledger, where this ledger provides company personnel with up-to-date information about each type of product that the company buys and sell, including the per unit cost and the number of units purchased, sold, and currently in hand. Where in the perpetual inventory system, merchandising transactions are recorded as they occur, and the system, which draws its name from the fact that the accounting record are kept perpetually up to date, and purchases of merchandise are recorded by debiting an asset account entitled inventory. When merchandise is sold, two entries are necessary. One is to recognize the revenue end, and the second entry is used for to recognize the related cost of goods sold. This second entry also reduces the balance of inventory account to reflect the sale of some of the company inventory, where in merchandising operation, perpetual system and periodic system are used in the flow of costs, while in perpetual system it maintains detailed records of the cost of each inventory purchase and sale, and the records continuously show inventory that should be on hand, and company determines cost of goods sold each time a sale occur, while in periodic system a system inventory like is an alternative to a perpetual inventory system, and in a periodic system no effort is made to keep up to date records for either the if a large inventory shortage is caused by an event such as a fire or theft, while the cost of missing or damaged merchandise may be debited to a special loss account, such as fire loss, and the income statement, a loss is deducted from the revenue in the same manner as the expense, inventory, or the cost of goods sold. Instead, these amounts are determined only periodically, usually at the end of each year. And a traditional periodic inventory system operates like when merchandise is purchased, its cost is debited to an account entitled purchases rather than the inventory account. And when merchandise is sold, the entry is made to recognize the sale revenue, but no entry is made to record the cost of goods sold or to reduce the balance from the inventory account, as the inventory records are not updated as transactions occur, and there is no inventory subsidiary ledger in periodic inventory system. And the foundation of the periodic inventory system is the taking of the complete physical inventory at year end, and the physical count determines the amount of inventory appearing in the balance sheet. The cost of goods sold for the entire year then is determined by the short computation, and in periodic system it do not keep detailed record of the goods on hand, and cost of goods sold determined by count at the end of accounting period. And in merchandising operation, while we calculation of cost of goods sold in beginning inventory, we add purchases or net purchases, which is equal to goods available for sale, and we deduct ending inventory from the goods available sale, which is equal to cost of goods sold. And in merchandising operation, the perpetual system like traditionally used for merchandise with high unit values, and it provides better control over inventories, and it requires additional clerical work and additional cost to maintain inventory records. Nowadays, fully computerized system makes it easier to record, and in perpetual inventory system, large company with professional management are used, and in perpetual inventory system, management and employees wanting information about items in inventory and the quantities are items in the inventory with a high per unit cost and low volume of sales transactions or a computerized accounting system. For example, point of sale terminals are used in perpetual inventory system, while the merchandise stored in multiple locations or in warehouses separate from the sales site in perpetual inventory systems. And while the records purchases for merchandising operations or which are used in perpetual system, like companies purchases inventory using cash or credit on accounts, and in recording purchases of merchandise normally recorded when goods are received, and in purchase invoice should support each credit purchase, while in recording purchases of merchandise in the company to prepare a journal entry like the May 4, we make a journal entry of the inventory of PW Audio Supply in clients in the shape of inventory debit with the amount of 3,800 and accounts payable or credited with the amount of each 3,800 while we record the purchases of merchandise. And when we're recording the purchases of merchandise, while the freight cost or FOB shipping points, like shipping points which buyer pays freight cost, and where the main levels and circles which are discussed in recording purchases of merchandise in the freight cost, we use sellers. Ownership passes to buyer here, then public carrier and companies or carrier or suppliers, and the buyers, where the sellers places goods free on board, the carrier and buyer pays freight cost. The examples are given here for recording purchases of merchandise, where freight company $150 for freight charges, pay $150 for freight charges, and the journal entries which are made here is inventory debited with the amount of 150 and credit cash with the amount of 150 at May 6. And while we're recording purchases of merchandise in freight cost FOB destination, where we use seller places goods free on board to the buyer's place of business and seller pays freight cost. In this example, we use the freight charges. The entry of PW Audio Supply would be, like in previous example, freight out debit for delivery expenses with the amount of 150 and cash credit with the amount of 150, while the freight cost incurred by the seller or an operating expense at May 4. And when purchase return and allowances are recorded according to the purchases of merchandise, where purchaser may be dissatisfied because goods are damaged or defective or inferior quality or do not meet specification, they return the goods to the sellers, while in purchase return, goods return for credit if the sale was made on credit, or for a cash refund if the purchase was for cash. And in purchase allowance, it may choose to keep the merchandise if the seller will grant no allowances like deduction from the purchase price. And if we discuss about the example of purchase return and the journal entry for purchase return, we assume here that at May 8 audio supply goods costing 300, we use the journal entry of accounts payable debit with the amount of 300 and inventory credit with the amount of 300 at May 8 when goods are returned. In purchase discount, sellers may permit buyer to claim a cash discount for prompt payment through credit terms, and in credit terms, it specifies the amount of cash discount and the time period in which discount is offered. And the advantage of purchase discount is purchaser saves money. And the second thing which are very important in purchase discount, seller shortens the operating cycle in the purchase discount while we record the purchases of merchandise. And in recording the purchases of merchandise, purchase discount in the example like 2 over 10 and n over 30 means 2% discount if paid within 10 days. Otherwise, net amount due within 30 days like in n by 30, and 2 by 10 means 2% discount if paid within 10 days, and 1 by 10 EOM means 1% discount if paid within first 10 days of the next month, and n by 10 EOM means net amount due within the first 10 days of the next month. And here we discuss about the example how we make a journal entry for purchase discount where gross balance due at 3,500 and gross invoice price is 3,800 and purchase return and allowances is 300, while we pay the amount within 14 May. Then the term is 2 by 10 for the first 10 days and n by 30 for full amount. N by 30 means full amount paid after 30 days, and 2 by 10 means 10% discount when we paid amount, 2% discount made when we paid amount within 10 days. And the journal entry for purchase discount is accounts payable with the amount of 3,500 and inventory with the percentage of 70. Discount made in the inventory is 70. How we make amount of 70 like discount? When we take 2% of 3,500 of balance due. When we take 3,500 multiply with 2%, it's equal to 70, and cash is also credited with the amount of 3,430. While in purchase discount, it should discount be taken when offered. If cash is sitting idle and not generating any return, then discount should be taken. And if cash is generating or return, then compare the income with the discount amount and take the one with higher advantage. For example, the purchase discounts or discount of returns where bank interest, stock profits and bond interest are used as a purchase discount to record the purchase of merchandise. And we take an example of purchase of merchandise where we give 2% discount at the purchase of merchandise. Discount of 2% on 3,500, which is 70 rupees, $70, while $3,500 invested at 10% per annum for 20 days. When we take 10% of 3,500 divided by 365 means 365 multiplied by 20, which is equal to 19.18, and we deduct the amount of percentage from the discount 70 minus 19.18, which is equal to saving by taking the discount, which is $50.82. While in recording purchases of merchandise, summary of purchasing transactions where merchandise inventory, debit and credit amounts are given, like 3,800 purchases at 4th and at 6th freighting of 150, which is equal to 3,580 balance, while in credit amount 370 which return, and at 14th we take a discount of $70. Regarding sale of merchandise in perpetual system, it made using cash or cash credit on account and normally recorded in and usually when goods transfer from seller to buyer. And here sale invoice should support each credit sale. In recording the sale of merchandise in perpetual system, while the journal entries to record a sale in merchandise like cash or account receivable debit for selling price, and sale revenue is credit, and for cost we use cost of goods sold for as a debit and inventory used as a credit for journal entries at sale of merchandise. While recording sale of merchandise, the example of PWD audio supply means for sale of $3,800 and the cost of PWD supply is 2,400. Here the two entries are made. The first one is entry made for receivable and second one is cost of good sold, while account receivable debit with the amount of 3,800 and sale revenue is credit with the amount of 3,800. And if we take the cost of goods sold as a debit entry in with the amount of 2,400, which is over merchandise cost, while inventory as a credit with the amount of 2,400. And while recording sale of merchandise, what we done, we need to sell return and allowances in the flip side of purchase return and allowances. While the customer or client may be dissatisfied because goods are damaged or defective, of inferior quality, or do not meet specification according to the demand of the customer. While in contra revenue account we use sale returns and allowances debit and sales not reduced debited because it would obscure importance of sale returns and allowances as a percentage of sale, while it could distort comparison between the sale returns and allowances. In the example, we see that the returned goods had $300 selling price and the cost is $140 cost, and assume the goods were not defective. It means the two entries are passed, two journal entries are passed. The first one is sale return and allowances with the amount of 300 as a debit entry, and account receivable is a credit with the amount of 300, while 140 is the cost. It means inventory debit with the amount of 140 and cost of goods sold credit with the amount of 140. And in sale discount, while recording sale of merchandise, we use offer to customers to promote prompt payment means flip side of purchase discount. Contra revenue account sale discount debit. Here we use 3,800 minus 300, which is sale return and allowances, minus 70, which is sale discount, and the total amount is 3,430, while the sale revenue is 3,800. Deduct sale return and allowances and deduct the amount of sale discount, which is equal to net sale with the amount of 3,430. While the example of recording sale of merchandise where cash is debit with the amount of 3,430 and sale discount debit with the amount of 70 and account payables are credited with the total amount with the whole amount of 3,430 plus 70 which is equal to 3,500. And in adjusting entries for completing the accounting cycle, here we use generally the same as the service company. One additional adjustment to make the records agree with the actual inventory on hand, the perpetual inventory system adjustment is required only when records are incorrect due to recording errors or theft of waste, and it involves adjusting inventory and cost of goods sold like in perpetual inventory system and in periodic inventory system. Perpetual inventory system for large company and professional management, and periodic inventory system it is used in small company or run by the owner. And if we see the periodic inventory system, like accounting records of inventories and specific product sales not needed in daily operations. Such information developed primarily for the use of annual income tax return. And in periodic inventory system, the inventory with many different kinds of low cost items and high volume of sales transaction, and the manual accounting system with the lack of full-time accounting personnel and all merchandise stores at the sales side at the periodic inventory system. The example of completing the accounting cycle where we use the balance unadjusted balance with the amount of 40,500 in merchandise inventory, while the merchandise inventory actual cost is 40,000, and the company would make the adjusting entry as a cost of goods sold with the amount of 500 debit, while the inventory credit with the amount of 500. And while we're completing the accounting cycle, we use sale revenue with the amount of 4 lakh 80,000 and income summary with 4 lakh 80,000. To close income statement accounts on credit balance, we use closing inventory in the shape of income summary, sale return and allowances, sale discount, cost of goods sold, salaries and wages expense, freight out, advertising expense, utility expense, depreciation expense, insurance expenses. To close the income statement account from debited account as a completing the accounting cycle for the closing inventory of income statement. While the completing the accounting cycle, the closing inventory is income summary like owner capital, income summary debit, and owner capital is credit to close net income of capital, while in owner capital we use closing inventory as owner capital debit and owner drawings as a credit amount to close the drawing of period for completing the accounting cycle. And forms of financial statement like multiple step income statement or shows several steps in determining net income, and two steps relate to principal operating activities, and it distinguishes between operating and non-operating activities. The multi-step income statement, which involves the use of multiple subtotals within the income statement, which makes it easier for the readers to aggregate selected types of information within the report. And the usual subtotals are for the gross margin, operating expenses and other income, which allows reader to determine how much the company earns just from its manufacturing activities, the gross margin which it spends on supporting operation, the operating expense total, and what components of its sales do not relate to its core activities, the other income totals in the forms of financial statements. And in the form of financial statement, we use sales revenue as a sales revenue less sales return and allowances, and less sale discounts which equal to net sale, and deduct net cost of goods sold from the net sale which equal to gross profit. And in multiple step income statement, the key items which use net sale, gross profit and gross profit rate, where gross profit divided by net sale which equal to gross profit rate. And in form of financial statement, we use different net sales, gross profit and operating expenses. And in operating expenses, we use salaries and wages expense, utility expense, advertising expense, depreciation expense, freight out expense, insurance expense, which is equal to total operating expenses in income from operations. While in operating expenses are used those expenditure that a business incur to engage in any activities not directly associated with the production of goods and services but selling general and administrative expenses. And in form of financial statement, while we use net sale, gross profit, operating expenses, non-operating activities and equal to net profit, while the other revenue and gains like interest revenue which from notes receivable and other marketable securities, and in dividend revenue we use from investment in common stock, and in rent revenue from subleasing a portion of the store, and in gain from the sale of property, plant and equipment, where other expenses and losses, interest expenses on notes and loans payable like casualty losses which are occurred from the recurring causes such as vandalism or accidents, and loss from the sale or abandonment of property, plant and equipment, and loss from strikes by employees and suppliers are used as other expenses and losses. And while in the form of financial statement in multiple step income statement, sale revenue are used as a sale revenue less sale return and allowances which equal to net sale, and cost of goods sold and gross profit and other operating expenses are used in the, and then income from operation are made from the financial statement, where other revenues and gains which is interest revenue, gain on disposal of plant assets and other expense and losses are used as a net income, which at the final stage as a result we received a net income from the financial statement. And the forms of financial statement where single step income statement are used subtract total expenses from the total revenues, where two reason for using the single step format, where company does not realize any profit until total revenues exceed total expenses, and format is similar and easier to read. Where single-step income statement, the forms of financial statement like revenues, net sales, interest revenue, gain on disposal of plant asset which equal to total revenues, and expenses which are discussed in single-step income statement like cost of goods sold, operating expenses, interest expenses, casualty loss from vandalism is equal to total expenses which equal to net income for the statement. And if we classified a balance sheet in the shape of financial statement where we use asset like current asset, cash and accounts payables, while inventory is used as a prepaid insurance and which equal to total current asset, where we deduct the amount of property, plant and equipment like less accumulated depreciation from the equipment, and which is equal to the total current asset less accumulated depreciation from the plant, property and equipment, which is equal to total assets as a form of financial statement in classified balance sheet.